Hello, hello. Welcome back to our Catbot Cafe. We are here. I'm here in West Palm Beach in Florida. Very excited to be here at events, and we have a great show for you today. Talking about a lot of great events and something very exciting to come at the end of the week or this week. So let's jump right in.
Oh
Over here,
man, I'm
Corey.
so jealous. Palm Beach, so beautiful. So you're at Permissionless. What's it like there?
It's actually, after this past couple of days with all the craziness with cryptocurrencies and UST and all the things that happen with that. That's kind of the biggest topic of conversation here. So a lot of people here are really from the crypto and DeFi community. There are some people here also from the NFT side of things, but it's been really great just to communicate and hear about where people are at. There's obviously concerns in the next couple months what's going to happen with the current marketplace, but there's also a lot of excitement what happens after the fact. When things do come on rebound, there's so many larger institutions that a lot of these folks are now engaged with and talking with and actively are starting to really normalize around cryptocurrencies. So that's something that I think everyone is really excited for. And we'll see, of course, that similar effect happening with NFTs as well. Once we can get past all the crypto winter, as they're calling it, I think we'll see a lot of things happening on the NFT side. So both a little bit, news that is sobering, but I think also quite exciting when you really think about what's in store for us in the long term. So it's great to be here. It's great to just see there's 6,000 people here. So when you say that crypto or NFT is going away, not a chance. Everyone's just really starting to get in. So.
Oh, that's so awesome. I mean, we got such an exciting project ahead of us, and today is a big day, May 20th, the launch of NanoCats, the day you've all been waiting for. And tonight we got a big night. It's shout outs, 3D sneak peeks, how to mint your NB1s, cat scanner, in real life events, Pangyoland. Oh my gosh, that was a huge thing that happened this past week. We got some giveaways, community questions, suggestions, announcements. The show is packed, so let's get going with the shout outs. So let's talk about Pangyoland. Oh my gosh, such a big deal. The big thing that happened this past weekend. Here we got Nomad in front of this giant 10-foot inflatable cat bot. Jin, we got so much mileage from this event. What was it like over there?
It was just awesome just to be there with holders and non-holders alike. The event itself was held during the Pangyoland, which is really a family-centric event. We were fortunate also to be on the same floor as Where's Waldo. In Korea, they refer to as Where's Wally. So we had a ton of families coming through. We had 3 stations and about 3 tables. And I think maybe the tables were empty, like a seat was empty for 30 seconds. Otherwise, it was constantly occupied. People are loving the My Catbot, which we'll show in a little bit. But yeah, our inflatable here got a ton of mileage, both with the adults and the children. A bunch of the kids were kind of sitting on the base there and just kind of lounging. But it was really it's just great to see the engagement levels that we had. Very, very exciting.
Yeah, I can't tell you how excited the whole team was. Renee, myself, Jin, Will, and Rawls. We actually woke up Saturday morning and we had like a 3-hour long meeting, just looking at all the pictures, reacting to everybody. Like, you have no idea how much joy this event brought us. We just want to give a huge shout out to the team that put it together. Thanks so much, Dandelion, all the protectors, all the companions that showed up. Just the Hyundai for
welcoming and working with us and getting this set up. They also provide a lot of support. They had a couple people of their staff helping orient people around the My Catbot game, the app, and also just to be able to be there to help answer any questions. So huge shout out to Hyundai. What a great support.
I mean, just take a look at all those people. It was packed. Like you see all these kids drawing, using the My Catbot app, coloring. Man, I don't think there's any other NFT project out there that's doing this. Like, just really making an activity for kids to just color, draw. And it's all thanks to the launch of *Catbotica, right? Thanks to the launch of this IP and this NFT project. I'm going to read some of this posts. Didu posted all these pics from Pangyoland. The whole family went. I went to Pangyoland with my 2 daughters today. Thanks to *Catbotica. I had a great time with my children. Thank you. Look at these pictures. So cute. Oh my gosh. And then I loved how like they had the little keychains. We had like keychains and merch for sale
Yeah,
there.
we had some keychains. We had a sticker sheet. We have this incredible activity book that we will be getting out to the rest of the marketplace. This was specific to Pangyoland, but Rawls did a fantastic job. I mean, that book is just incredible. Some of them are, I think, going to be collector's items in the future. So yeah, as you can see, people, these kids love these stickers and just go wild and just put them everywhere.
So in the last episode, we actually had Rawls talk about the coloring book. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead and take a look. He put a lot of love and energy into that. But I think, one of the biggest launches, the surprise launch, was actually the My Catbot app, where kids can actually potentially make their own catbot, right? And color it, their own coloring book. And on the show tonight, we got Elijah to walk us through that new app. How you doing, Elijah?
Hey guys, how's it going? Man, what an incredible week. It's so awesome seeing all these pictures coming in, all these kids, playing with all this merch, and my catbot was a huge hit, which I'm really excited to show you guys tonight. So yeah, let me just share my screen here. All right. So this is my catbot, which is available online right now. If you go to mycatbot.catbotica.com. And basically you can pretty much assemble your own custom catbot, right? So I can literally go into ears. Look at that. You have all the ears you can choose from. Let's say I want gold, the eyes. Look at this red alert one. Every single asset's there, and you can even randomize, which is always really fun.
Also wanted to point out the background here was a special edition background that Rawls had created for the Hyundai Baekwajeom in Pangyo in particular, in celebration of this particular event. There's some more features here that I wanted to show you guys. So you can even go in and color this thing online. You can, select your color, brush size, and you can start coloring this thing. Kids loved it. And you can also go and print this thing, right? So right now I just downloaded here. I can print it as a PDF. You can see the preview here. So, this is available to anyone really. If you just go to mycatbot.catbotica.com, you can check it out. Have fun.
Yeah, I mean, my 9-year-old son was able to play with this.
Yeah, huge kudos to Elijah. Thank you for, you put quite a number of hours into this app.
I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Crystallized Game. They pretty much created this whole app. So I just wanted to give them a huge shout out for that.
Yeah, thanks, Stephen and your team.
We couldn't have done it without the community. So please enjoy everything we're doing right now, guys. That's the bottom line. Have fun, color, play with your kids, hang out with each other. All right, Jen, tonight's the big night. Why don't you walk through what we got to do to mint our NV1s?
Yes, so our team has put together a video that we actually showed a couple of weeks back. Let's replay the video for you guys so you guys can take a look and see and get a refresher on how it is you can redeem your NV1s. Here we go.
I am refreshed. Thank you so much. Now, there's one very important tool that we need to go over with you, and that is the CAT scanner. And today on the show, we got Elijah to talk about the CAT scanner and everything we need to know about it.
Hey guys, so we wanted to create a little tool for you guys because, let's say you get your NV1s tonight, and how do you know who redeemed their NV1s or not, right? So that's where the CAT scanner comes in. So let me just share that with you guys right now. All right, so you're gonna go to the Catbotica. You're gonna see a new button called CAT scanner. So you go in there and you'll be greeted by none other than Renee. So you'll be able to essentially enter your Catbot ID and check whether an NV1 has been redeemed or not. And there's more to that. And then you're also going to be able to see NV2s when they come out. And on top of that, you'll be able to see whether a replicat, which means a 3D catbot, or descendant, which is also a 3D catbot, has been generated or not. So this could be a pretty major tool for people that are looking into,
once you get those NV1s, I'm sure you're all very excited about turning your 2D catbots into 3D, and that 3D team is working nonstop around the clock. Will and Sunny, show us what you got.
Oh, Koichi, thanks, man. Yeah, so here with the 3D team. All right, so not sure if this looks familiar to y'all, but the 3D team has been hard at work working on these.
Was a bit of a challenge, or the clothings in general were a challenge because as many of you may know, we've been showing off mostly hard surface assets,
Right.
mostly metal, plastic. Not this. I think this is our first time actually doing any type of fab. A lot of fun choosing the type of fabric to use till on this hoodie.
Yeah, totally.
The string came out really cool, really.
That could be a challenging task, and I think you guys did a really great job here. I'm really loving the surfaces, the texture. This is awesome. Look at those folds. That's great. And something.
Yeah, this
that
is
exists in
texture.
It's texture. Okay, nice.
This texture, yeah. I don't know if you can see in this lighting scenario, but there's a little bit of a noise pattern with the roughness.
Move on to oh, this is one of my faves. Very, very.
This is so cool. Yeah.
What's in this canister? And then he's just like, we thought he was gonna give us an answer, but then he's like, what did he say? He's like, whatever you want, right? Let's move on to oh, this is one of my faves. Very, very.
This is so cool. Yeah.
So we debated before we asked Rawls, what's in this canister? And then he's just like, we thought he was gonna give us an answer, but then he's like, what did he say? He's like, whatever you want, right?
Yeah, whatever you want. Could be
man.
a water canister, could be a grenade.
Oh man, I just
Could
love
be anything.
looking at this thing. It's so satisfying to see the edge wear and the amount of work that's put into this. You know, it's really beautiful.
Mhm.
Oh man. So what's the actual name of this asset fully?
This is the utility belt.
Right. Oh man. Look at even just the
Oh, look at those cylindrical.
cylindrical satchel. Like what are these? Okay, so did he tell you what's in here? Is it lip balm? Like what is it? Oh man, this is really pretty. So you got kind of like these, I guess you could say these are sort of like leather pouches. I like how like this clip-on has a light on it.
Right? So cool.
Only Rawls, right? Only Rawls is
Only
fine,
Rawls.
would take it there. It's like, that can't just be a button where it clicks. It's also got to be, it's got to be a light. It's got to be an LED.
Illuminate.
So sick. Oh man, you know, whenever I see something in 3D, I'm always thinking, do I have a catbot that has this asset in it? This is what I always ask myself.
I definitely don't.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's move on. As much as I want to keep on staring and looking at that, I'm purposely trying to avoid looking at the last asset. So let me just rotate that. Oh, yes.
Oh,
I see a flotation device.
the bubble vest.
Oh, the bubble vest. This looks so cool. It deserves a depth of field button. Hold on.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the assets that put a big smile on my face when they showed me the final model slash texture. I looked at it, I was like, yes, this is by far my most favorite asset.
So satisfying to look at.
Yeah, it's so good.
So do you have one? Do you have one of these vests on a catbot?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I do not have a bubble vest.
Oh man, I want one. That's the thing. Like, so there's a couple of factors, right? And we're gonna tease something pretty soon at the end of this, but there's a couple of factors when you're thinking about, you know, the 3D catbot that you or the 3D replicat that is gonna, you know, come from your Genesis Arc to your Genesis 2D catbot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just the assets or the clothing and the things that come with it. It's also the base, right? It's the base that will then change the, you know, 90% of the surface of the catbot, you know, and that's going to, in essence, change how your catbot looks, even with the existing assets. The assets themselves are just three-dimensionalized. There's nothing changing with respect to color or luminance, but the surface is going to change. Oh, yeah. So it's going to make your catbot look different, but the same, right?
For sure.
So, oh man, I just love the interpretation of this zipper. And
Right.
I'm pretty sure Rawls was really, really happy with this.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh man, so good. So good. Here, I'll just, because we can, I'll go inside. Just give you a few more angles of this. I know we don't have a ton of time, but like, you know, this thing's textured on the inside too. All right.
That's right.
It's textured throughout. Very, 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 very cool. Okay, that leaves us to, whoa, okay. Oh, I screwed up the camera move, but
Oh no.
yes.
The
What are
jumpsuit.
we looking at here?
It's the jumpsuit.
I saw you working on this the other day, and then Rawls
Yeah.
jumped into the room and he was like giving you some pointers on the surface material, which
Mhm.
I think is now a common thing, right? Like amongst all the surfaces, this kind of like gray, this sort of hatching texture. You want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, so we started out with kind of like a cotton hatched like fabric texture, and then we kind of slowly removed some layers. The first iteration of the jumpsuit texture was actually very like very grainy, I guess.
Hmm.
That's just I could say. Very rough looking, almost kind of like a denim type texture. And the jumpsuit, I think we wanted to go, Rawls, I think said he wanted more like softer, what is it, like a spandex, I believe, type texture, kind of a stretchy but comfy material. So we kind of took the harshness away from the original texture and kind of just left in a more subtle hatched texture, I guess.
So great. It's like one piece, right?
Yeah.
The pants and for the I just love how 3D these really are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're fully volumetric. They're
Mhm.
fully 3D. If you had like an art gallery where you could turn off the different elements and just isolate them like we have here, then you could kind of appreciate all the work and the angles and the three-dimensionality of the whole piece. And this is one of my personal favorites. Obviously, I think it's a lot of people's personal favorites just because of, you know, the context of like the yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
and it looks great. You know, initially I was talking to you guys about how we should make this more of like a reflective material, like a spandex. But
Right.
then
Right. Okay.
once we
Yeah.
softened it out, it just sit better. You know, it looked a little less reflective and it's just sitting well. So I gotta say, we are very, very close to the finish line on all of these assets. And we would like to tease something. And so I'm going to now move to the center circle. A lot of you guys have probably wondered why this center circle was even here. And it is to feature, boom. Okay.
Oh,
So,
snap.
oh, hello. I'm just recording something. Feature, boom. Okay.
Oh,
So,
snap.
oh, hello. I'm just recording something. Can I come back to you in just a second? Just recording something live. You can say hi if you want, though. Say hi. What do you think about all these assets?
What?
You know what that
What's
is.
an asset?
An asset is, I'll explain that later. Okay, but just watch it while I'm just recording, okay? Okay. Yeah. Yes, I will. Okay, right after I'm done. Okay. Okay. So kids are loving the catbot. So so what you're seeing here is, you know, the default catbot, one of its materials, which is the gunmetal black. And really, really excited to show you guys some of the details here. You know, Sungkil was working late at night. We were going at it with Rawls, and we were just appreciating all the work that you know, Conrad and Matthias put into just all the little details here. The edge wear, just a thing of beauty. Actually, looking at it in even this lighting really gives you a better sense of the softness. And so I'm just going to keep it in this view, and maybe Sungkil, you can talk about what's the kind of process that goes through your mind when you guys have to prepare these shaders that are really going to be the essence of the, the base transferring to the whole body of the cat bot.
Right. So obviously we have to really take a good look at the bases on the 2D catbots and really analyze them and see what kind of details have to go into it. But for the actual catbot, we have to be very mindful of the textile density and how much detail gets put on, like say the edge wear and all the small details, right? So figuring that out was a whole journey.
It was,
then,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah,
So,
so
yeah.
you mentioned a few things here, and because we're like all about education, just want to talk about textile density. You mentioned textile density, and textile density is a thing where you're really trying to maximize the level of texture detail to fit within what's called a UV tile. And we'll get into that later in more detail on a different show or something that we do. But the efficiency in which you can pack unwrapped meshes within that tile will allow us to keep the file small. And then you're also allocating more real estate or textile density to the objects that have more detail effectively, right? And so, for example, we know that the head and the torso, for example, take up quite a bit of like the volume of the cat, right? And so if you look at the cat from the front, you will see sort of like, okay, this almost takes up about 40% of the entire cat's volume. And then here's like another 30%. And then the arms are a little bit less. So the arms would require slightly less textile density because they're just not taking as much of the UV tile. And so, just prepping that for 5 days and trying to get that to work Sunkill was like a challenge. Right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And then, going in here and then, just today we were working with Rawls and making sure that he's like, oh, I want those cables to be red and blue, just like the drawing. And so I think there's one, you might not notice it, guys, but like we mentioned this before, but the leg and the modeling around the leg, this is really the only thing we changed really from the core design that Rawls designed. And we had to change it because we, when we animate this thing, we want to make sure that this thing doesn't like clip on itself when it pulls back, right? So we changed the actual geometry design of this leg, and I like it so much more now.
It's amazing. It's so nice.
But this is one material we just wanted to share it with you. We've actually already finished about 70% of all the shaders. They're looking really sick. And I don't know if I can kind of just do this real quick before we say goodbye, guys, but I don't know, like what would it look like if if we did something kind of like this real quick. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna try to navigate it for you. It's a little bit small, but if I just made it a little bit bigger, rotated it.
Ooh, check that out. I want to wear that.
Kind of liking what I'm seeing. Here.
So cool.
And then just one last. Oh, hey, why not this?
Oh yeah, utility belt.
Oh wait, it's not linked. What's going on here? It's all
Yeah,
separated.
so turn on the overlay.
Overlay, yeah.
Yeah, and then select that bone.
Oh, there's a bone. This guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. This thing is rigged, baby.
That's
so,
right.
So here, I'm gonna now move it over here. Scaling should be relatively straightforward.
Yep.
So again, Koichi and his team has designed a system specifically for this. I'm not sure if you can actually combine the poofy jacket with the belt. I could be wrong, but getting these assets together.
Oh, so cool.
This is just going to be next level. When you can rotate around it and you can see it for all of its glory. It just, some people might like other 2D catbots than others because just the way it looks from a profile perspective when you're looking at it. But when these things start taking on dimensionality and you can start to see the materials and how everything's going to kind of work, maybe you shouldn't have let go of that one. That was like a lower rank.
Right.
They just take on a different life. Yeah, so we'll stop there. And yeah, I'm just really happy to show this to you guys. I know we went a bit over, but every week we just get more and more excited. Sunkiel and the 3D team just keep on knocking out more and more awesomeness. And yeah, what can I say? Rawls and I and the entire team, when we look at this stuff that you guys are producing, it just makes us so happy. So thanks so much for your hard work on this, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're having a blast.
Oh man, look at this. All right, Koichi, over to you.
Did you see those strings on that tracksuit? Oh my gosh, looks so cool. That's incredible. Quick reminder, guys. I know that everyone's so excited for the 3D to pop up. I know I had gotten some questions or comments about once I get my NV1s, which we'll be able to redeem, that those 3D catbots will be immediately available. That's not the case. I know it might be a little bit disappointing, but we're here to build up the anticipation. So just a reminder that they're not going to be immediately available, but hopefully these videos and these teasers that we have for you, as we're going to continue rolling them out as we progress, will keep your appetites satiated, because such incredible stuff the 3D team is making. You guys are such incredible stuff the 3D team is making. You guys are just rock stars.
Yeah, thanks so much. In the meantime, while you guys are waiting for 3D, every Friday night, we've got game night, right? It's game night tonight, guys. If you missed last week's Jackpot session, we have another one coming up. This week's pickers are Mr. No, Decaf Coffee, and Gabadadi. By the way, Decaf Coffee was one of our professional code breakers, and he got his pick this week from decoding a message in the Jackpot giveaways channel faster than anyone else. I don't know how he does it. Keep an eye out for the giveaway channel and impromptu opportunities for chances to choose in Cat-Bottica Jackpot sessions. So it's so fun being there every night watching you guys play. Anyway, that's what it's all about, guys, fun. So we want to continue having fun game nights like this and continue developing this concept here while we wait for 3D. And it's just building the Cat-Bottica culture, right? Just having fun and being together like a family, right? Game night.
Togetherness. Togetherness. Which one thing that we also were talking about, I think a couple days ago, was really about how creativity starts with fun, and that's just something I wanted to emphasize. Is that fun is still critical to just, I guess, purely enjoying life. So these things that we're throwing in there, just they may or may not seem that relevant to Cat-Bottica necessarily, but from the perspective of creating this culture of having fun, having that play, and I think the word we used was specific was play, having that playtime, whether it's playtime the way we define it as adults or playtime as children or even as families, what that really just speaks to, again, is really creativity. Creativity really starts with that play. So hopefully you guys are really having a lot of fun and really seeing this as a time to play and be able to expand on that creativity that we're all looking to foster and grow.
Growing up, some of my favorite toys were Lego. I love Nintendo. I feel like we're on a very similar path to even something like Nintendo. We're building IP together with technology, having fun, gaming, the gamification, and I think we're onto something there in the NFT space. IP plus innovation and fun. And I think that's the key to our Cat-Bottica brand, Cat-Bottica success. And that's what we're building together with all of you guys.
When my daughters were very young, I got them 3 nightshirts, and on it, each of them, on it said, when you dream, dream big. And dreaming is part of that curiosity. And it actually links to the metaverse that I want to see us create, because we live in our minds so much of the time, because when we dream, dreams are very real, and we're free of our bodies, we're free of our cognitive process limitations. We're just totally free when we dream. So I want our metaverse to really be a form of dreaming while awake and being free of your physical and cognitive limitations in our metaverse. And it's all part of the imagination, the dreaming, the creating a different life form which should be a lot of fun.
Wow, that just sounds incredibly fantastic and amazing. Let's do that.
Oh my gosh, this has been such a jam-packed week, from Pongo Land to My Catbot to NanoCat's release to us meeting with protectors. We've actually met with them this past week. Really good experience. We're going to meet in physically together in Canada. Game night, and Cat-Botica is jam-packed, and we're here for the long haul for you guys. We're just going to keep developing away, and we're here for you every week. We actually have a lot more coming up. Jen, why don't you walk through what's coming up?
Yes, so as you've seen, we've successfully had our first weekend over at Pongo. It's going to be 3 weekends long. So this upcoming weekend is going to be the second one. We have a bunch of things planned for this weekend, and the final weekend as well. We have a couple of things, a couple of surprises that we'll also be launching in conjunction with Hyundai. So please stay tuned for that news. We're very excited for that as well. And obviously the NV1 is very excited to get that underway. So glad that we can be here, and thank you again for your patience. I know it's been a long haul, but what you will see is that as a lot of the things that we have been working on are now starting to percolate, as you can see with the My Catbot. That was a couple weeks in the works. We have a couple other things coming down the pipe regarding that we'll be seeing as well. And very coming up soon is another thing is the Hyundai department store credit card. It looks like we are on the final stretch, so we will be able to start taking applications for that. And then come up soon is the Han River Cruise. We almost have, we're not fully booked yet, but we are sequencing how you can get on the guest list. But it seems like we're gonna have a full house for that. So when you do get the chance to be able to reserve, if you haven't already, please make sure you join the guest list. And then of course, NFT NYC. We are pretty much finalizing on an event. Most likely will be on the 21st on Tuesday at a location that we are currently trying to just finalize. But that's going to be a great event to meet with holders, and we'll be collaborating with a couple other projects for that event. So that's going to be a lot of fun to meet their holders and just have a great time while being in NFT NYC. So a lot of excitement going on around there. So yeah, just this next couple of weeks is just also just going to be just a tremendous amount of fun.
And as always, next week, May 27th, we will be here at the Catbot Cafe. So thank you all for joining us. Thanks to the founders, thanks to the protectors, thanks to the companions, thanks to all Catboticans. If you're not a Catbotican yet, thank you. We look forward to seeing you next week, and have fun game night. And we'll see you next week. See you guys, signing off.